what preventative measures have we had in a Swedish school then? Well, we've had Alcogel in the classroom, wash our hands with Alcogel before we go in. We've had no mask recommendation for the staff or the pupils. Some staff have been threatened with being sacked if they did wear a mask. Children were suspended from school for wearing masks, and some municipalities banned masks until it went up on the media, discussed about it, and then that finally was taken away. We've had no screening kits at all in school to try and identify the asymptomatic children. Once a week would be amazing, once a month even. But I know that in UK, my family and friends have had bi-weekly screening kits of all pupils and all teachers. There's been no carbon dioxide measurement in the classroom. No, in UK, they're trying to make sure that there's carbon dioxide measurement in every classroom. That hasn't happened at all in Sweden. No, I've seen no discussion about the government providing carbon dioxide meters for every classroom. There's been no class bubble. I work in a school with 1,000 pupils and 100 teachers. So they're still changing classroom every hour. They're still going to the corridors. They're still going in the lockers. We've got one main stairway in the school, and that's where all the kids are changing floors. We have 3-story building. So they're meeting one another all the time. There's no sit in your classroom, move the teachers. There's no HEPA filters or any other type of filter to try and reduce the amount of virus spread in the classroom. There's no minimum distance in the classroom or the corridors. Compulsory schooling system that's up to 16-year-olds have not been closed at all since the pandemic began, except for a few weeks after Christmas 2021, when it was a very high spread. Then some schools actually did close down, even the compulsory. And we went over to digital learning, which it's not ideal, but it worked fairly well for most children. Those children from poorer backgrounds were given free Wi-Fi. Every child has a computer in Sweden that they were able to use for distance learning. If they had learning difficulties or they needed special assistance, the schools were open for them on a more on a one-to-one basis with a special teacher. The health and safety law to report risk of infection was flouted by basically all schools, and following the health authorities' recommendations was actually deemed more important than following the law. There's a very strict law about how to protect teachers and children at their place of work, and how to make sure that you do have this loop constantly working, identifying outbreaks and eliminating the risk of the same sort of outbreak in the future. But that was repeatedly flouted by many schools.